Hi, my name is Cory and I want to tell you how I got back into the ring. I grew up in a single-family home, two brothers and a sister. My mom raised us our entire lives, and unfortunately my dad wasn't around. I can only have one recollection of him, and that was when I was about 6 years old. When he came back into our life, he took us out to eat, and we were so excited, and we were just happy that he wanted to be a part of our life. And he promised us all kinds of things. He's going to buy us a bike. He was going to be in our life. After that day, I haven't seen him since. So as you can imagine, the frustration of that, of a father, who doesn't want to be, around his children, just the abandonment feeling. And I found out later that he, used to abuse my mother. And so that just added, bitterness and rage into my life. And I can just remember growing up, wishing that I had, a man in my life who could, show me the way, who could affirm, my manhood. It was tough because I had a lot of anger in my heart, a lot of rage, actually, that, somebody would not love their kid and, would just abandon us. And I just couldn't stand this person that I didn't even know. So I held on to that, through high school, into college. And it hurt, knowing that he was out there somewhere, and he made a conscious decision to not be around. Started to worry if I get married, if I have children, am I going to abandon my wife? Am I gonna leave my children? It just made me it made me afraid. But in college, God blessed me, I met my wife. I did make a lot of mistakes early on in the marriage, but through God's grace and my wife's forgiveness, we made it through that. And I think from that, God started to chip away at my heart, show me that if my wife can forgive me for what I did, why can't I forgive him? This summer, I was contacted by a member on his side of the family on Facebook, and we chatted a little bit. He asked if I wanted his number, and I said sure. He gave it to me, and I held on to that number for probably about a month. And I tell you what, it was a long month because I said, should I call him? Does he even deserve, a phone conversation from me? He should be calling me, I shouldn't be calling him because he's the one who left. I didn't do anything wrong. But God continued to put into my mind that I needed to honor my father and my mother, not just my mother. And so I decided to step in the ring at that point, and I initiated the call. So I talked to my dad for the first time in roughly 30 years this summer, and it was about a 20-minute conversation. We talked and chatted a little bit. I've called him a couple of times since then, but he really hasn't initiated contact with me. But I'm okay with that because I know that God caused me to honor him anyway, despite his faults and his failures. So for that, I'm going to stay in the ring. I'm going to fight.